Get ready for the Schadenfreude today, my friends, because big tech stocks are tanking, and it's just about time. They've outlasted a lot of stuff, and it was bound to catch up to them eventually. These guys have the biggest hubris because they thought, oh, I'm going to be a mega billionaire with my yacht and all that, and my $80 million Hawaii property, and etc. You know, they thought that they were untouchable, and I love seeing them taken down a peg, and I hope it's just the beginning of what's to come. I'll go over exactly why big tech is in trouble and what I expect to happen in the future. All right, my name is John Delarose. I am a #1 best-selling author, an award-winning comic creator. I'm doing independent culture away from all the corporate entertainment. I have been speaking out against big corporations for years, and I've been attempting to create a new culture away from SJWs, away from the big woke, from these big tech think tanks. I've been supporting platforms like Gab since day one. I'm a lifetime member there because I love people doing alternatives and making real waves and getting rid of these folk. All right, the big story of the day is Facebook stock plummets 26%, its biggest drop ever. Here it is right here. Holy crap, an $83 a share loss. That's gotta hurt Mr. Zuckerberg's wallet. Apparently 200 million or what was it? Was it exactly this? It was a billion or million? How many million? Let's see. That's a billion. 200 billion wiped. Holy crap. That's a big one. And of course, as the headline says, Zuckerberg blames TikTok. Well, I blame Facebook's shitty platform. And you can see that this is not just a Facebook problem. Twitter dropped more than 5% today. And this is not just the stock market. The stock market dropped a little, but overall the Dow dropped a little because of these groups, not because of everybody else's stocks today. So this reset is a long time coming. And you've seen Twitter. Actually, Twitter's gone down for the past year. If you look, it all started back in 2021. And here we go. Back in early 2021, they banned Donald Trump, and then all the conservative users were having problems and kind of got off the platform. They went back up again once inflation was doing the thing. Then they went back down again. And you see it's just been a constant slide since then. It takes a little while for the markets to realize that there's just not the user base there that there used to be. Well, Facebook's got the same problem. Facebook's made their platform almost unusable. And they've been writing these government contracts with their algorithms and things like that as investors realized that they were almost untouchable. I mean, you saw that the Republicans did nothing about Facebook and Twitter banning people from their public platforms just because of their right-wing views. It was like, it looked like they were just going to just continue on forever. But the thing is, they just went, if you don't like it, make your own platforms. And a lot of people did. We had MeWe, Parler, Getter. Gab's been around forever, as mentioned. YouTube's now got Rumble and Odyssey as competitors and all that. So, you want to stick your middle finger at your customer base, who is your data mining base. That's really what they are at the end of the day. Over and over and over again, this is what's going to happen. You're just going to get destroyed over time. Now, Facebook's not only pulled their SJW crap, I just got suspended over a post from 2018 where I actually was complaining that as a Hispanic man, people were calling me racial slurs from the left. And somebody was going through and reporting my feed because I've had a lot of big victories in the last couple months. If you guys are longtime channel viewers, you know what those are. But Facebook suspended me with no appeal, even though I didn't do anything wrong. I was just saying that people are calling me this, people are being racist towards me, and yet that's fine from the diversity and inclusion crew on the left. They have no problem with that. Well, Facebook seems to have no problem with that either. They target me, again, because I've got all the check marks on the right-wing end, and so somebody in their little department just went, okay, suspend without appeal for 30 days. Well, this happens more often than not. And I've seen so many people lately just getting suspended for just minor, stupid things. The more they try to control their platform, the more they make it less user-friendly and less interesting for people to use. But it doesn't just stop with that content policing right there. The fact that, I can't even view my friends' feeds that, I want to see because I hit friend on them, it makes it for a really difficult problem as well. The algorithm now tries to prioritize people's posts and feeds based on what they think you should see, and it's getting really annoying. I mean, if you post an outside link, if for me as an author, if I even talk about my books, I don't even have to post the link. It just doesn't get shown to people on the feed anymore, and I've got 3,000 plus friends on there, and yet I'm getting consistently, 5 likes on those posts, or posts without that stuff, I get 50 to 60. And it's not my content that's the problem. Obviously, I'm growing on YouTube here like crazy. I'm growing on Twitter, or I should say my manager on Twitter, who is totally not me, is growing on Twitter, just to be clear. Not that I've been banned there or anything. But it's it's clear that the content is not the problem. It's the fact that Facebook's algorithm does look for these things and deprioritizes. I've heard the same thing from a number of small businesses across Facebook, from just local bakeries and things like that. They used to be able to rely on getting Facebook traction for their platform, for their pages, and then Facebook changed this model of like having to boost your posts. So that people had to pay to see it. And unfortunately, that just didn't work. I mean, I've gone through Facebook ads and all that. They're a train wreck. Facebook just sucks your money in and just does not really spit out any kind of return. So their ad revenue definitely probably has dropped over the last couple of years because there's just a lot better platforms to be able to use ads on. It's really absurd at this point. So they've made it such an user-unfriendly platform. They've made it so difficult to even see your friends' posts. They've made it so that, you got to really watch what you say on there. And you know what? The kids that are coming as the next generation just stopped using it. So it's a boomer platform now. Nobody really goes on it who's in the younger generation. It came up when I was beginning in college, and it was meant to be the college cool kid platform at the time. And they stopped that. They made it unfriendly for kids who prefer to go on TikTok and show some video stuff, prefer to go on Discord, prefer to go on, Snapchat or something like that. Because they really, at the end of the day, and what we want at the end of the day, is to talk and communicate with our friends, our fan base, our local customer base, things like that. And if you can't do that, the platform is effectively worthless. Now, of course, changing to metaverse or whatever probably doesn't help that, because who knows what the hell that means. And I know that they're developing a lot of stuff without much return, at least current return. They're trying to reach for the future or whatever and diversify from what they're doing because they know that their platforms are failing. Even Zuckerberg says that TikTok is the problem, that the kids aren't spending time on Facebook because of that. But Twitter's got that same issue. Twitter's messing with their algorithms, making it so that people can't see things. And you know what? YouTube's doing the same damn thing, and YouTube better take a lesson out of this. It used to be on YouTube that, you subscribe to my channel or hit the bell or whatever, you'd see my videos every day. Now YouTube limits that. They don't always show it. They try to force content based on topical things that they think you want. And it's really become a different ballgame on Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitter also, but even this platform. And so all these big tech giants, in their hubris of trying to control what people see and trying to control what people think and say to meet their agendas, and in their hubris of taking government contracts and all that, have just made their platforms lame. They were the cool stuff back in the day, and because they have too big heads and because they're too embedded with the corporate government media complex, people are seeing it as just something that's not fun anymore, for one, and not interesting anymore, for two. And the combo of those things makes it very difficult. 3 is it's not useful for business anymore. So who are you actually trying to market to? Who's your customer base at that point? The answer is just legacy people who just can't get off the platform because they're too addicted to it all the time. The people who just scroll through because they're stuck there and that's their hobby and that's what they got. Well, those people, no offense, are pretty pathetic. And at the end of the day, those people don't usually have the disposable income to be buying things, looking at ads, making ads, creating revenue for these companies. So they've screwed up in just making it difficult for the average general public user base and making it something that the weakest of our society really are the only people who continue to use. There's great alternatives out there. I keep mentioning Gab as one, as that's my favorite platform. If you like Twitter, it's basically the same sort of deal. Gab.com. I'm on there regularly. I post on there regularly, and I would love for more people to get on there. I love alternative platforms, and I think it's very important to get away from corporations that hate you and support smaller businesses of people that like you. Decentralization is actually a good thing at the end of the day, and even though this stock is dropping, I think that we're going to be better off as a society if we can get away from these big tech, Big thanks. All right, let me know what you think about this. Do you even use Facebook anymore? I barely use it. There's a group function where I, can search and sell comic books in there. But that's basically it. I barely use it at all. I post my YouTube links there, not now because I'm suspended. But that's it. Let me know if you do. Hit the like and subscribe button. Back my book today. Don't forget, it's running out of time, guys. Don't want you to miss this very fun adventure. And we'll see you soon.